HD collection.
Pause, because you're gonna make the worst decision in your whole entire fucking life. Only people that want to actively lose brain cells would play this piece of shit. Now, you've just completed Devil May Cry 1 on the HD collection. You're wondering what's next, rubbing your hands. I will tell you what's next. It's not this, or this, or this one, even though no one likes this one as well. Yup, that one. Devil may shoot things off the screen, and please don't take my word for it. Watch this. Yes, it's that bad if you haven't played it before. But all jokes aside, we're going to speak about the sequel and why it is such a bad apple in the whole franchise of Devil May Cry. Welcome to Devil May Cry 2, where 90% of the game is Dante staring at his foes, giving them the G-Hun treatment. The other 10% can be explained by its bad combat, bad level design, and the severe number of times your controller will suffer abuse at the hand of the bad camera angles. Oh, everything about this game is just so fucking frustrating.
Well, I'm not saying it's all bad. I mean, come on, no one can really fault this game's soundtrack.
Oh, Dante.
Devil May Cry 2 shows us that these games take time to make. I mean, this is probably one of Capcom's most rushed titles, and it shows. To put it in perspective, Devil May Cry 3 had under 2 years of development time. You want to know how long this game had? 4 fucking months. Only 4 months to develop this game. It is even a miracle that it even exists. That's how long Hideaki Itsuno had to develop this game and pick up the pieces from the last producer that left this game in such a state. Hideaki and his team had 4 months to finish this game no matter what. Doesn't matter what state it was in, Capcom wanted this game finished and released. I think Capcom's biggest mistake was not letting back the original creator of Devil May Cry 1, Hideki Kamiya. Sorry if I get the pronunciation wrong. He was gravely disappointed when he never got the call to come make Devil May Cry 2. Now, Hideaki Itsuno did go on to make some great Devil May Cry games, but I can imagine a world where Hideki Kamiya came back and actually made Devil May Cry 2, and then this video wouldn't even exist in the first place. Before we go any further, I just want to say this game is a miracle that it even came out and released. You cannot name another game that was finished in 4 months and that is actually semi-finished, so hats off to the team for that. Obviously, this is at a time where when you ship the product, it had to have been shipped properly. We didn't have updates back then and stuff like that. So it's good for its time and how long it actually took to make. Now let's talk about Devil May Cry 2's story, which isn't the big talking point and the good point of this game. Yet the story's bad. Honestly, I can't dissect what's going on half the time. The only thing I know is I need to defeat the big bad boss Arius. Arius is the villain in this story. He's actually quite a good villain, even though they can probably copy and paste his character model and voice actor and put him in a Dead Rising game. So in this story, Dante and extra playable character Lucia has to help save the day and defeat the almighty Arius, so he cannot rule the world. Arius has to collect all the Arcana artifacts so he can summon the Argosax. Blah 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 blah, cliche villain story arcs. In this entry, Dante hasn't taken his antidepressants this week, and he spends most of his time in this game staring straight into your soul or gambling.
Fucking didn't. I'll knock you right out.
Your lucky streak continues, Granny.
This is clearly a misdirected job of writing Dante, considering how he was in the first game. I mean, he didn't talk much in the first game, but at least he didn't look depressed all the time.
5 minutes.
More than enough.
But hey, at least he got his bike in this game.
Wait,
Also, plot twist, the extra playable character I talked about, yeah, she was made by the evil villain guy. Same cliche story bullshit.
But the ritual was activated because of me.
There's still time.
We have until the sun is completely eclipsed.
And honestly, while I'm writing and recording this, I really can't say more on the story. There was nothing significant that made me go, whoa, Devil May Cry game. It was just kind of mediocre at best, big nothing burger. But people normally don't play hack and slash games for the story, so we're going to talk about the combat, missions, and all that stuff, just disregarding the story, because it's horse shit. Now let's get into Devil May Cry 2's mission. This game has you running through the streets of this island, fighting the same 3 enemy types, or running through a facility copied and pasted from Shadow Moses Island. What in the Metal Gear Solid is this shit?
Metal Gear.
Straight to going down an elevator that takes you to a Resident Evil endgame area. Oh, we're in Resident Evil now. This game, in my opinion, did not get any good until Mission 15. I repeat, Mission 15. What?
What you done?
Bro! I came out 10 out of 10 game. Do bear in mind that this game only has 18 missions. It was the only point in the game where I felt it was a breath of fresh air. The final boss was, I couldn't ask for anything better from Devil May Cry 2. The atmosphere, everything was amazing Mission 15 onwards. I just wish the whole game was like that. The Argo Sax at the end was the only challenging boss in the entire game. And when I say challenging, I don't even mean that challenging. It was just mediocre at best, but it was the only good point of this game. If you have not decided to quit before Mission 3, just quit this game. It is the same thing over and over again. Spamming the shoot button for off-screen enemies and barely having to even use your sword because the pistols do so much more damage, especially with the devil trigger. That is the perfect segue to now talk about the combat. The combat in this game is non-existent. They have gotten rid of buying skills and move sets for your weapons. Instead, you can spend your hard-earned red orbs on fucking nothing. You can spend your whole pension on a tiny damage buff for one weapon. No thanks, Hideaki, I will just use my pistols. I mean, they did do something different. The devil trigger is a lot different in this game. Until you realise this is the same system from Devil May Cry 1, cut back, and it does nothing compared to what Devil May Cry 1 done. I guess the only thing the devil trigger buffs actually do is the flying ability, which becomes proprietary in some of the missions. The devil trigger clips are laughable and just another layer to make the game feel longer.
That garbage is corners in it.
Yo, how do I fly? Yo, on a real note, yo. How do I fly? What the fuck? Come on.
I can do it.
No, mate, I'm trying to fly and it's not letting me.
Oh, I'm seeing a huge jump.
Yo.
You got the manual?
With aerial heart equipped, press A and if. So you need to have that. Okay.
What fucking
You have to equip
fucking
it.
garbage.
You have to fucking equip it. And I would love to dive into the weapons and the different things they do, but they all do the same fucking thing. Same combat moves and same everything. If you are playing this game for the first time for the combat, being it's a hack and slash game, Hideaki, then don't. The combat here is non-fucking-existent and it's just an excuse to add more hours onto your save file. Although I've only spoken negatively of Devil May Cry 2, the one thing I can give it is it still holds that Capcom DNA that makes Capcom games feel special. The only thing they never done was save the self-destruct sequence for the end of the game, and they've stuck it one bat in the middle. And also, I'm going to reiterate, the soundtrack in this game is not as half as bad as the game. It's actually a pretty good soundtrack and one of the most good talking points of the community. The rest of this game is jank and really gives a franchise a bad look. If you are playing through Devil May Cry for the first time and you've just finished the first game, you stumble upon this video, my personal opinion is skip this title. It is not worth your time. This game will drain your motivation, and you trophy hunters out there, I do not. I repeat, I do not recommend starting this game on your PSN account because you will never ever finish it. If you're one of the ones that got the platinum on this game, I suggest you seek therapy as soon as possible. You're gonna need it. So that's just a small brief of my opinion of this game. I have nothing further to say, nor do I want to put any more effort into this game. If you're a diehard Devil May Cry fan, you like this game, I'm sorry, it's just my opinion. If you're going to play through the whole franchise and want to play this game, play it, be my guest. I just don't think it's worth the time. And it really doesn't add much to the story. I mean, Dante gets stuck in hell at the end, but that doesn't add anything to the story because we still really don't know how we got out. This is one of my first times making this type of video. It wasn't meant to be too detailed, just a quick summary of what this game was and why there's negative implications all around. I would love some criticism in the comments. I will continue making these types of videos and quick rundowns in the future. Any games I do cover, I usually stream them to Twitch, so if you want to join in on the fun, I will leave the link in the description. And that's it for Devil May Cry 2, and I suggest you just stay away from it. Also, join our Discord, links also in the description. Bye!